a dream I know, deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
The Cŕy0ut Council said that they will hold military responsible if anything happened to Clec. Moving on, we have Dino Melaye called on the Senate to save the nation from massive corruption, beveling the economy. Alright, my people, welcome back to this wonderful channel as we bring you back-to-back update as it dey hot. In case it's your first time of joining this wonderful channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, and also turn on notification bell to get notified whenever we drop our news so that now you go be the first to watch. And my people, no be small thing they happen for this country. Cŕy0ut, under the aegis of Council worldwide, stated that they will hold the Nigerian military responsible if anything happened to Ijaw leader. They described the military invasion as a great insult on the Ijaw people and they highly condemned it. They regretted that the action is not only embarrassing to the personality of Paklak but the highest level of disrespect to the elderly. So the spokesman of Cŕy0ut Council worldwide, Ambassador Binabia Prince Will, in a text of press conference yesterday, he has always tackled the military to work strictly with intelligence and not to go out of the rules of engagement. He said that they are not in democratic era and they are not purely military regime, that the invasion and destruction of properties at Paje House in W0rŝt local government of Delta State on Saturday is a great insult on the Ijaw people and is highly condemnable that they are yet to know the offenses he committed against the Nigerian government and military that will lead to this kind of attack on his house. That this is not only embarrassing to his personality but the highest level of disrespect to the elderly. Paje diligently served this country as a senator and a first Republican minister of information. He is 97 and as of now he has been one of the strongest pillars of the unity in Niger Delta and Nigeria at large. So he is the leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum. So to even think that he will be harboring criminals element in his house is the greatest slap on his face and that of the Niger Delta people. They say they are making it clear to everyone that nobody is stopping the military from carrying out their duties to flush out criminal elements. But what they are saying is that the military should work with credible intelligence so that the innocent people will not pay for a sin they did not commit. So now that nothing incriminating was found at Paklak's residence, how will the military now pay for the damages caused on the personality of the non-Nigerian? They said sometimes in 2018 that the Abuja residence of Paklak was invaded by officers and they found nothing incriminating. That today another one has happened. That what is really happening in this country? What is the offense their father Paklak has committed to the military? That even the northern part of the country, that there has been serious battle between the federal government of Nigeria, Boko Haram herdsmen and banditry that have headway for years now. They are not yet to see any form of invasion carried out on the residence of highly respected northern elders, either in their state or Abuja. But this is really too much for them. They are considering the roles played by the prominent Ijaw sons and daughters from the late Jasper Dakaboro, the late Cŕy0ut, that's PBA, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan Ebele, late Despre, and Chief Doctor Government Owazedi, popularly known as Tampolo, Alhaji Asiri Dokumbo, King Michael Ateka, with the host of several others, too numerous to mention in Nigeria. No ethnic group or group of person can ever claim to love Nigeria more than the Ijaws. That they are beginning to wonder on why they attack on the Ijaw people at a very slighted opportunities and what they intended to achieve with all these things they are doing. Because the Cŕy0ut Council will hold the Nigerian military responsible if anything at all happens to their father, Chief Dr. Edwin Kiagbodo Clark. Because Nigeria is not a banana republic where people do things the way they want. People must obey democratic principle and must operate within the ambit of the law. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Moving on to the next one. The former representative of Cŕy0ut in the Red Chamber of the National Assembly, Senator Dino Melaye, has called on the Senate to save the nation from massive corruption bedeviling the economy. He stressed in the statement that this will be the highest ever budgetary allocation to the National Assembly, whose initial allocation in the 2024 budget proposal was pegged at 197.93 billion. So according to Senator Dino Melaye, he said that on an X-ray of some of the budgets, that it appears that they have no national significance, but an avenue to siphon public funds. That some years ago, he called the attention of well-meaning Nigerians to the most unfortunate and poignant situation we Nigerians have found ourselves in, that where our collective wealth has been constantly looted under the guise of budget party. That He recalls stating that more than 60% of corruption issues in Nigeria are built into and legalized in the budget, because it is impossible to argue diversity when out of 115 countries globally, Nigeria is ranked 90th on budget transparency according to the Open Budget Index. That with Nigeria annual budget list with fake items running into billions, budget fraud would be nothing but the real foundation of all corrupt practices in Nigeria. That the news on increase in the budget that was passed by the National Assembly. On November 29, 2023, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu presented 27.5 trillion budget to the joint section of the National Assembly. On November 29, 2023, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu presented the 27.5 trillion budget to the joint section of the National Assembly. That the budget has recurrent expenditure profile of 9.92 trillion and a capital expenditure component of 8.7 trillion, while 8.25 trillion was set aside for debt servicing. That within 30 days, the lawmaker passed the budget, increasing it by 1.2 trillion and bringing the total figure to 28.7 trillion. So it's obvious that the lawmakers sacrificed diligence on the altar of speed, and so did the Commander-in-Chief, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who signed the bill into law within 48 hours after it was transmitted to him. The Premium Time reported on December 30, 2023, that the budget was passed after considering a report presented by the chairman of the Senate Committee on Appropriation, Adeola Olamileko, APC Ogun State. The lawmaker explained that the increase in the appropriation was a result of a request for additional funding for items that were not listed in the appropriation bill as submitted by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Senator Dino Melaye said that the Joint National Assembly Committee on Appropriation observed inadequate funding in the budget reallocation of some ministry, department and agency of the federal government. So it was on the basis above that the National Assembly raised its 2024 budget reallocation by 74.23% to 344.85 billion. So he may humbly remind Nigerians that this will be the highest ever budget reallocation to the National Assembly, whose initial allocation in the 2024 budget proposal was pegged at 197.93 billion. So on an history of some of the budget, it appears that they have no national significance, but it was an avenue to siphon public funds. The new legislative budget is more than what NAS got between 2011 and 2014. The increase in allocation to Senate and House of Representatives is happening amidst a cost of living crisis in the economy, with the government telling citizens that the country is facing tough times. The same cost applied for the Senate car park. That is about 109 members, and the Rep car park, that is about 360 members. In other words, 109 car capacity car park costs the same as 360 car capacity car park. So the 15 billion for NAS Hospital, that is a project for 500 people. This project is enough to build one primary health care center in every local government area in Nigeria. This applies to all the projects listed above. It's so sad that this is the same story through all the ministry, department, agency, parastatals, and even the presidency. Our budgeting system is now an avenue to cheat, defraud the country, and enrich a few elected principal officers through manipulation of budget members. Yet, we are still trying to legalize the arts. The complicity is jaw-dropping, especially when one discovers that the executive is not defending the action of the National Assembly. Could it be because the National Assembly is their alma mater? No wonder at this presentation of the budget, Senator Godswill, the president of the Senate, declared, "Our old boys are running the executive." What Nigerians have witnessed so far in this administration is the over-pampering of the lawmakers by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration at a time when ordinary Nigerians are enduring the pain of the reform initiative of his administration, like fuel subsidy removal and the measure of the exchange rate of the naira. The Nigeria Assembly has failed in its primary assignment of checking the accesses of the executive arms of government. The National Assembly has turned a blind eye to a huge sum of money budgeted for imaginary projects. Both now work in partnership to perpetrate the arts. It has become the case of chop make I chop. Things have fallen apart, honestly. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions. Your opinions are in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you all so much for staying tuned with us. We really do appreciate it. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Like, come your winners. Stay safe, guys.